Welcome to your new home in McAllen, Texas.
This place used to be totally different. We took 29 motel rooms that were dated. Remember, these were built in the 50s, and we turned them around. We gutted these down to the studs. We replaced the electrical. We replaced the plumbing. We even added gas lines. And now we have a beautiful 29-unit multifamily asset. So bear with me, there's a lot that we're packaging into this one offer for the resident. In this motel to apartment conversion, we have sewer, water, trash, electric, internet, washer, dryer, dishwasher, microwave, oven, stove, all included for just one monthly fee.
Y no se preocupe, nosotros hablamos español. Go ahead and go to studiosonfourth.com, check out the floor plans that we have available, and submit your information. And just a friendly reminder, we have everything included: sewer, water, trash, electric, utilities, even fiber high-speed internet. Submit your info and we'll get back to you. Welcome home.
All right, welcome everyone to our weekly webinar. My name is Blaine Wright, and I am the acquisitions head for Motels to Apartments. Just wanted to introduce myself. I've been in the real estate business, probably 20 years now, which is crazy, but I live here in Phoenix, Arizona metro area, Northwest Phoenix. And I'm just going to go through kind of what we're looking for, what we do, and why we do it. We are on our fifth project right now. We're wrapping up a project down in Brownsville, Texas. It used to be an 85-unit Magnuson that we're converting into a flex apartment or flexible living property. So if you wanted to stay short, stay long, stay medium, there's options for you there. So and that's what we're trying to do with the majority of our properties. Info's on top there. That phone number is actually my cell phone, believe it or not. And so you can contact me, text me directly, and info@motelstoapartments.com. You can reach us there. And then our website, motelstoapartments.com, you can kind of see what we do, how we do it, where we're doing it, and so forth. And so we're just going to go through our buy box. So this is geared for brokers, agents, owners to be able to just kind of get an idea of what we're looking for. Maybe you're a broker out there. You've got this property that you need to move. Maybe you need some love, need some help. Maybe it's a financial situation where the seller needs to sell. There's a variety of different reasons, but so basically, I'm going to go through our targeted buy box and go through what we're looking for. Sorry, I got a little bit of allergies today, so I apologize if I sound nasally. But so major MSAs that we look in Texas, Austin, Dallas, Houston, San Antonio, Arizona, Phoenix, Tempe, Chandler, Scottsdale. Those are major suburbs of the Phoenix metro area. And then North Carolina, Charlotte metro, Raleigh, Nashville, Tennessee, and then major metros in Florida, Miami, Orlando, Fort Lauderdale, Tampa, Jacksonville, and then Columbia and Greenville, South Carolina. You could probably even add Charleston, South Carolina. Charleston's getting a little bit expensive, but it's not on our list. But if there's something there, we would probably look at it for sure. And we like somewhat newer, and obviously 19, as you can see there, it says 80s. We put 80s because it's above the threshold. You don't have to worry about possible base paint, which that's typically not an issue anymore because we're way past the 70s. But you do deal with some asbestos. You do deal with aluminum wiring for electrical. You could be dealing with galvanized pipe for plumbing. So there's just some extra hurdles when you do older than 1980s. And then as far as like room count goes, we'll actually look at anything. But we put 100, and the reason we do is 100 is a good number for us and what we do. Just because the cost basis of doing something that's like 80 units versus something that's 100 units, there's not a giant difference in cost as far as rehab goes once you get to that number. So we'd rather have more units. So if we're looking at an 80 unit versus something that's like 105, 110, it's just a better exit for us when it's more units. But we'll look at anything. If you've got a 45 unit property that fits our buy box, we'll definitely take a look at it for sure. The size of the room. So because what we do is we take an average hotel room is about 250 square feet, maybe slightly smaller, maybe 225, 215 square feet. But for it to work for what we do, 250 square feet is the minimum, just because we're going to have a kitchenette. So it means we're going to have a cooktop, at least a 2-burner cooktop. We're going to have a sink. We're going to have cabinets, some like storage cabinets. We're going to have a microwave. We're going to have a refrigerator, typically at least 3/4 to full size refrigerator. It's not going to be a mini fridge. It's going to be a traditional fridge. So, and then, as far as what we're looking for in a room, like if you have something that has kitchenettes already, even if it's a split, I've come across some of those lately where they're kind of it's 80 units and 36 are with kitchens, or 25 are with kitchens. That's a property we'd be interested in, because if half the property already has kitchenettes, then it makes the rent out about 15% cheaper at that point. And so we're looking for those kitchenette type properties. Whether it's there's different brands like a Studio 6, something like that, where the kitchens are there. Definitely interested. And then amenities, we're flexible. I mean, obviously we obviously by our buy box, you can tell we like Sunbelt states. And that's just what we're familiar with. Not that we wouldn't look somewhere else. If you had a deal in Columbus, Ohio or something, not that we wouldn't look at a place like that, but we're based in the Sunbelt state. We've done work and projects in Sunbelt states, Arizona and Texas, mainly what we've done. And so that's what we know. That's what we're familiar with. And so with the amenities, pool is probably the number one. And then workout facilities, laundry facilities, maybe some flexible space for, maybe somebody that, maybe a meet and greet, maybe a work, like a home workspace, lobby space that people can work in, meet and greet in. And so those are some of the things that we look for as far as amenities are concerned. And then, building height, building size. So ideally, we probably want to look at something that's 4 stories or less. I actually looked at a property about a month ago in Phoenix, and it was 4 stories, and I wouldn't want to go any higher than that. And it was a pretty urban area near downtown Phoenix. And so anything bigger, large, taller than that, it's going to be something that we really don't do. And it's going to be probably somewhere that's very, very urban. And you're going to have a lot of red tape with something like that, ideally. And it's probably going to be older as well. And then we love the independent hotels. That's where all of our deals come from, mainly. We haven't had to fight LDs. I think our last one to fight a little bit of an LDs, but it was very, very, very minimal. And the reason why is some LDs are, I've seen LDs up to $1 million depending on the property. Typically, it's high 6 figures, $500,000 to $700,000. And it just depending on the price of the property, that that could be 10-15% of the purchase price of the property. So completely can change a deal where it was a deal, and then you throw in liquidated damages, it suddenly isn't a deal anymore. So it's something that we, we'll work with. We'll try to work around, try to make it work. But ideally, we like the independent hotelier, just less hurdles to get over for what we do. So some things that we look for when we look for a property. So one of the things that we run into is, oh, hey, we get sent a deal, but typically the deal is in a town of 10,000 people. Well, the reality is for us and what we do, we really need to be in a city of about 250,000 people or more. Just because, we've looked at properties like, say, in West Texas, where, energy drives everything. And depending on how energy is doing, if energy is doing great, everything's on fire. If energy is doing poorly, it causes like a recession in the town. So we want to try to avoid like the one stop, one horse type towns. We want something with some diversity. So typically like college towns are really, really good because they've got some diversity there and different things going on because it's a college town and the college isn't going anywhere. And so that's also helpful, especially if it's a major university. So we preferably look at properties within 1 to 3 miles of hospitals, universities, shopping, retail, medical, industrial complex, business complex, public transportation. We look for major retailers like Costco, Target, Walmart. If Costco, Target, and Walmart is in an area near an asset that we're looking at, that is a good sign. That means population. That means jobs. That means people are spending money, and that's what we're looking for. Current occupancy. So obviously, 99 times out of 100, we're not going to be presented with a property that's making a fortune as a hospitality asset. Typically, people don't. The saying I have. Typically, people don't sell gold mines, right? If it's making really, really good money, people typically are not going to sell something that's making them really, really good money. Typically, when they sell, there's either a physical component that it needs rehab, or there's some type of financial problem with the property. It's not making enough money, bad management, etc. And so, for us, how it's performing as isn't a major factor. I mean, obviously, we like to see what it's doing, but it's not a major factor when it comes to what we look at because we're going to be changing that variable anyway. And then acquisition terms. So all of our acquisitions since we've been established have been some type of creative acquisition. And the reason is just interest rates, especially the last 2 to 3 years, interest rates have been much, much higher. Financing is much harder to get. And when you do get it, the interest rate makes it to the point where oftentimes it kills a deal. And we've had 2 or 3 deals where, we were ready to rock and roll. And then once we got the financing portion and saw the information from the lender, what everything would be and what the numbers would be, it just killed the deal. It wouldn't work. And so right now we're trying to do more creative. We'll do a loan. We'll work with a bank if the numbers are right. But typically with the way the lenders are right now, we're going to have to buy at a lower price. I mean, that's just the reality of it in order to make bank financing work. And so we try to make win-win transactions for everybody to where, we're trying to create a win-win for the seller, win-win for us as the buyer, and that works for everybody and everybody's happy. And then, like I said, bank financing is something that we could obviously consider under the right circumstance. So hopefully that gives you an idea of what we're looking for. Please feel free to reach out. There's like I said, take note of the phone number, info to motelsapartments.com, apartments.com, motelsapartments.com, excuse me. And then we're able to, get in touch with us, send us a property that you might be looking to sell. We'll definitely take a look at it and give you some feedback and see if it might be a fit for us. So until we talk again, hope everyone has a wonderful Tuesday. Take care.
Welcome to your new home in McAllen, Texas.
This place used to be totally different. We took 29 motel rooms that were dated. Remember, these were built in the 50s, and we turned them around. We gutted these down to the studs. We replaced the electrical. We replaced the plumbing. We even added gas lines. And now we have a beautiful 29-unit multifamily asset. So bear with me, there's a lot that we're packaging into this one offer for the resident. In this motel to apartment conversion, we have sewer, water, trash, electric, internet, washer, dryer, dishwasher, microwave, oven, stove, all included for just one monthly fee.
Y no se preocupe, nosotros hablamos español. Go ahead and go to studiosonfourth.com, check out the floor plans that we have available, and submit your information. And just a friendly reminder, we have everything included: sewer, water, trash, electric, utilities, even fiber, high-speed internet. Submit your info, and we'll get back to you. Welcome home.